good morning and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 406. We are here live in Southwest Florida waiting on the sun to rise. Or actually the sun is rising over the buildings and the trees to the east. And this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. So beautiful today. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Hi Harini and Grace, Butterfly Kisses, Crafts by the Rose. Glad you all could be here this morning. If you're joining live, please say hello. Hi Constance and Judy. Good morning Barbara and Jane, Becky. Hi Joe and Lisa. Thank you for joining live, everybody. Glad you could be here. Hello Marnice I think, Carol and Jane, Butterfly Kisses. Glad you all could be here. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hi Carmen. Remember when that TV show used to be on with the camel? Where he said, Mike, what day is? I love that commercial. I happen to love camels. So that commercial was extra special for me. Harini wants to know how old I am. I'm 46. Hi Anna and Chantel. Thanks for joining live. Good morning Lily. Glad you could be here. Happy Wednesday. Hello Susan from Ireland. Glad you could be here. We haven't had someone from Ireland in a while. That's great. Or maybe we do, but I don't recall anyone saying hi from Ireland in a while. That's wonderful. I just watched a show recently that took place in Ireland. It was with the woman from X-Files and the guy from 50 Shades of Grey. And it was a murder mystery show, and it was actually very, very good. I can't remember the name of it though. It was on Netflix. Hi Naomi and Nancy and Anna, Susan, Kathy. Glad you all could be here this morning. I am still working on my Bibiana top. Good morning Mar and Sherry. People ask all the time where I get my names for projects. This one actually happens to be a name that I fell in love with during watching a sort of recent series of The Bachelor. I stopped watching The Bachelor 2 seasons ago because I didn't like, I kind of started picking up on the editing being really fake and false and setting people up to not like each other when it wasn't true. And once I could see the editing and started paying attention to it, I no longer enjoyed the show. So I stopped watching it. Before I did, I used to enjoy it because I liked watching all the fashion on the show, liked seeing what the girls wore and how they did their hair and their accessories and things like that. But anyway, one of the last seasons that I watched, there was a cute girl on there from Miami named Bibiana, and that's where the name of this particular project comes from. And as I think of stories of why I name things, I will share more names with you. Hi Joan, thanks for joining live. Hi Judy. Yeah, Jane, sometimes depends on the reality show. Some reality shows I love. Well, I guess I don't know if they're reality shows. No, maybe reality competition shows are more my style. I like Forged in Fire, that's one of my favorites. And I like some of the ones on the Food Network, like Beat Bobby Flay. I like that one a lot. Hi Phaedra and Joanne, glad you could be here.
I gave you bunny ears for a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
You know what time it is?
About 7:45. He says he was giving me bunny ears. I don't know what he was doing though. All I saw were his shoes up in the air and it kind of made me nervous. Didn't know if he was going to attack me or something. Anyway, glad that's over with. Oh, we've seen a few along the way here. Do you remember that time I went on that long walk near somewhere between Bonita and Fort Myers Beach where I went to that inlet, and when I sat there at the edge of the inlet, turns out it smelled awful that day and I didn't like it. But you remember that guy who jumped into the camera from behind my shoulder and he was really creepy? That's what this guy reminded me of, but I think this one was harmless. Anna needs to make 2 baby blankets for twins, but doesn't know what colors to use. So you want to do coordinating but different colors. I have lots of colors that go nicely together with Be So Baby yarn, and maybe tomorrow I could bring the sampler box down to the beach and we could go over mixing and matching colors within the Be So Baby. Yeah, he was just playing around this morning, I know, but to just see him out of the corner of my eye behind my back was a little scary. That's all. Until you know, you don't know. Yes, hi Carla, thanks for joining live. So tomorrow I will try to remember to bring the Be So Baby sampler box and we can go over mixing and matching colors. Can't be too careful when you're out in public. Yeah, you can't tell a person's intentions. Can I bring Be So Fine too? I can bring it on another day, but I probably won't bring it all on one day because that's a lot to bring in. That would be a lot to bring on my bike. So we'll do different days for the different yarns. I actually have a baby gift to make soon too. One of my best friend's daughter is having her first baby, and they don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet, but the baby shower is in a little over a month, so I either need to figure out what her colors are, what her theme is that's unisex, or figure out if she's going to share the gender reveal with me or not before the baby shower. Otherwise, I'm not sure what to make her. So it kind of puts a lot of pressure on me at this point too, because I don't want to pry any information out of her, but I also don't want to spend lots and lots of hours making something that she's not going to enjoy. So need to figure out how to communicate with her about that without being pushy. Maybe I'll talk to her mom first. That's probably my best route. Yeah, it's good to look on the registry. You're right. I don't know if the registry is out yet for my baby shower, but maybe for Anna's baby shower it is. That's a good place to start. I agree. Great advice. Whoever shared that, thank you very much. That is a great place to start. Someone asked what I'm working on today. This is the Bibiana top, which is a beautiful knit pattern from my book, Layers Knit. And it's a top-down construction. I've already done the neck. I've already done the shaping, or the yoke shaping. I've separated for front, back, and sleeves. And now I'm working on the lower body. Will you do a tutorial for the Celeste? I already did. It's on my YouTube channel. I released it a couple of days ago. If you're talking about the Celeste beaded scarf. If you're not, then please clarify what you're asking about. But I think I saw Celeste wrap, and it is definitely done. That is, I finished it several days ago, and it is available here on my YouTube channel. Yes, Cynthia, I think the trend is going back to waiting to see what the gender is, but it's different than back in the day when we would wait until the actual birth. They do it now where they have the best friend know and plan a pop-up surprise at the shower. Someone's new to my channel. Welcome, glad you could be here. So speaking of new videos, last night I released a new video for the Faye Ruana, and this is a really special piece because I know lots of you, including me, love to crochet on fabric, and this is a piece that not only do we crochet on fabric, but we also cut the fabric to turn a regular square scarf into a garment. And so you can see here, and because I chose such a fine fabric, you don't have to do that step of sewing a thread onto the fabric first. You can literally crochet right into the fabric on this one. And that's what's so special about this fabric. This is one of my Redbubble scarves. Redbubble is a website you can go to. It's set up for artists to be able to upload their artwork, and then they convert it into different products. And this is what they call their chiffon scarf. And so this is all my hand-drawn artwork on these. This one, you can find a link if you go to my website and go to the pattern page for the Faye Ruana. You will see a link to my Redbubble scarf to show you this exact pattern. But what I thought I'd do is bring a couple more of these with me this morning so you can see a couple of the other designs. I did not bring everything. There's tons of designs there, but they're all with my hand-drawn artwork. This one has a beautiful rainbow effect with some butterflies on it. And then I have some two color prints with like a poinsettia. This one's in black and gold, and I have that in white and gold also. But again, this is just a couple of them. I would definitely check out the whole section on my Redbubble shop. There's also a link to my Redbubble shop here on my YouTube channel too, where you can get these. They are amazing for crocheting on fabric. So if you wanted to cut them to make this ruana, or if you wanted to leave them square and just turn them into a square shawl with crochet edging on it, it is super duper easy to crochet right onto this fabric because of the fineness of this fabric. This one's really pretty. It's got some pastel flowers on it, and then I've got an ombre mermaid pattern here as well. They're great to wear as sarongs. I wear them over my bathing suit, tied like this. If you were smaller than me, so I tie it like that over my bathing suit. If you were smaller than me, you could probably tie it like this. Someone several inches shorter than me would be able to tie it like this. I'm like a couple inches shy of doing that, which is why crochet edging would work so well. It would give me a couple more inches so that I could wrap it from the back to the front and cross it and tie it up like that. There's enough volume here that it would cover in the front still, right? So that would be a really cute way to wear this. You could wear that as an evening top over skinny pants or shorts too. Super cute. The other thing is, because of the size of these, if you bought two in the same fabric, you could actually convert these into dresses as well. So I think, and I haven't worked too long on this yet, but it's something I definitely want to do in the near future. And so if you do some minimal sewing, and I'm just going to do it by tying knots in it this morning to give you an idea, but if you tied knots at the opposite corners of two of the scarves, and put it over your head. Now, you would want to secure it up here still too and do like a cold shoulder thing, but I'll do it with just doing a knot real quick. So you could do this with clips, you could do this with safety pins, coilless safety pins, or just actually tacking it down with a little bit of sewing, the needle and thread. But you're going to want to do something like that where you either put your arm through it or do some, I didn't do it right. Anyway, I'm a little off on my measurements right now, but what I wanted to show you is if you did something like that and then came around, actually we'll undo this one. See, that's what I did wrong. Once you had them secured and then wrap the belt around, you could actually turn this into a dress. I don't know if that's translating on camera because I can't see a darn thing this morning. I just wanted to give you an idea that there's enough fabric here that if you grab two of them, you could drape this into a dress. And what a gorgeous dress that would be for evening. And then you could do it like with a one shoulder look. I've done it before draping in my studio, but I'll have to do it draping. I'll have to practice again before showing you. I don't think that works so much this morning. But then the other thing I wanted to show you is some of our normal scarf knot tying things that we do. So first of all, if you folded this in half on the diagonal, what you get is a pretty generous sized triangular shawl. And imagine doing that one after you put, am I getting it? Imagine doing that after you did an edging on there. So let's say you did an edging, and then you had these two corners coming down. You'd have tiered rows of crochet edging on there on this triangular shawl. Wouldn't that be beautiful? That would be gorgeous. Now if you folded it, and then if you folded it in half, corner to corner, where it's more of a rectangle like this, this is where we could do some of our scarf tying tricks. So obviously just normal tying of a scarf would be absolutely gorgeous with something like this. You could just tie it on the side like that. You could add one of our butterfly clips or something, but I was going to show you that we could wrap it around our neck, pull it down just a little bit, and imagine again if you'd done a crochet edging on this first, you'd see all that gorgeous edging popping off all of these edges. Remember, it's folded in half. So the amount of volume of crochet edging or knit edging you'd see at this point would be quite a bit, and that would be really gorgeous. So we've twisted it in half. This side's down, so we want to come up through the down side, and this side's up, so we want to come down through the up side. So even with that knotted technique, we could do that, and you'd have all of this beautiful edging showing. Really pretty. See, who's that? Moose Gal. Thanks for joining live. It is steamy out here this morning. So anyway, not only could you do a simple edging on the rectangle and just use it as a scarf or a shawl, you can convert it into a ruana like this pattern. I also have two other patterns in the Layers crochet book where you convert this particular, where you convert a fabric like this into either a cocoon or a ruana. It is so steamy, oh my goodness. I'm melting. No, just kidding. Does anybody have any questions about that? Moose Gal says I'm breaking up. Sorry to hear that. I don't know if it's your connection. I don't see anybody else complaining, but who knows. Hi Lydia, thanks for joining live. Glad you could be here. Sherry says it's breaking up for her too. Bummer. Judy is too. Maybe it's me then. Ah, Grace is too. Shoot, not in a great place. Yep, I'm probably breaking up. Well, sorry about that. Hi, Deborah from Arkansas. Oh, Cranjit's saying it's no problems for them. Okay, Lisa's got problems. Constance's having problems. Jane is, not everybody is, but some people are. And I'm not getting any notifications that I have a weak signal either, so I don't know. Ah, it's a sound problem. Okay. Hopefully you can hear the waves still. Can you hear the waves? Oh good, you can still hear the waves. Let's see. I can't read very well today too. It's really dark. Good morning, Karen. Karit, maybe? Christine. Oh good, you can hear the waves. Wonderful. Well, we've got that going for us anyway. I was going to try to get past this row to show you one other tip on this pattern if we can get there. We'll see how long we've got. See, and if anybody has any questions while I try to get to the next row, please feel welcome to ask them. Moose Gal wants to know if I do meditation. Yes, I do. Yes, I love meditation. In fact, I use a meditation app on my phone that does guided meditation, which I like a lot. It keeps me focused. I found it on Shark Tank several years ago. It's called Simple Habits. Jane meditates too. Yeah, meditation is very, very good for you. I wish I did it more often. I'm not as consistent with it as I would like to be, but when I am, I find that it really helps me throughout the rest of my day. I haven't used Headspace. I use Simple Habits, and I like it very much. Yeah, I'm sure there are lots of other wonderful apps too. Yeah, meditation's good for everybody, Jill. Doesn't matter what you do or what kind of ailments you have. It doesn't matter what kind of person you are. Meditation is good for everybody. You can do meditation for as little as 5 minutes or upwards of an hour, I guess, or however long you want to. I'm sure some people do it even longer than that. Sometimes I only do it for 5 minutes, and sometimes I go up to 20 minutes, but 20 minutes I think is my max. I missed a really long comment, but I can't see them very well today, so please feel welcome to repeat that comment in the recorded version so I have the ability to read it and reply to you later today. Good morning, Lilith. Thank you, Rose. Yeah, I'm gonna make it to the next row here, it looks like. And I will be able to show you one more tip on this project. We're in Southwest Florida. This is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. We're in the Naples, Bonita Springs area. Good morning, Carla. Thanks for being here. Almost to the end of my round, so I can show you one more tip on this project. I'm at my next section of increases, and I wanted to show you how we pick up and make a new stitch in a section of knit stitches, not purl stitches. And we do that by picking up the bar in between stitches and setting it on and making a stitch out of that. So I'm going to be doing a stitch here. So I'm going to knit the first stitch, then there's a make one. So I'm going to pick up that horizontal bar between the two stitches and place it on my left-hand needle and knit into the back of it. So I'm creating a yarn over where there wasn't a stitch before. So we'll knit into the back loop of that. Then I'm going to knit a couple more stitches, and then it's time to do another make one. Am I on camera? I sure hope so. So it's time to do another make one. So I'm going to take that horizontal bar between the stitch I just made and the stitch coming up, and we're going to pick that up, place it on the left-hand needle so it looks like a yarn over, and knit into the back loop of it. And what that does is creates an increase where there wasn't, and it creates a seamless, and it creates a pretty invisible increase as well, which is interesting because not all increases are invisible. When you knit into the front and back of the same stitch, you get a garter bump. When you do a yarn over, you get an eyelet hole. So doing a make one in that fashion actually makes it the most invisible. No, Anna, I'm not planning on doing the sunset videos live or planning on doing them every day. It's just something I do once in a while. Maybe I'm trying for once a week maybe, but it's too much commitment for me to come down here consistently every day and promise to be here every day, both morning and night. So I'm committed to doing this in the morning, and the night one is just more of either a surprise or maybe will be weekly. Thanks, Lisa. I'm glad you like them too. They are fun. I enjoy it too. So my goal would be to probably do that one weekly, but I'm not going to, and I have to be able to commit to something consistently to promise it, and I can't commit to both sunrise and sunset 5 days a week. It's too much. But I can commit to sunrise every day, and I can promise to try to do the sunset one more consistently than I'm doing now. You're welcome, Anna. I try to be honest as much as possible. Someone says they enjoy being here every day. I'm glad. I'm happy you can be here with us. Okay, so where are we at? We've made it to almost the end without losing our connection, so I'll take that as a good thing today. So we've got all 5 of my issues of Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. So if somebody wants to pick a number between 1 and 5, I will randomly pick a quote from that issue. So let's see what comes up. Cherie says number 3. So we'll grab number 3 today. And let's see what we find. Ooh, this is a nice one. Benjamin Disraeli. Man is only great when he acts from passion. Boy, oh boy, do I believe that. I really do believe that you have to be passionate about what you do to be good at it. First of all, you have to, in order to be good at something, you have to put a whole lot of time into it to be good at it. Nobody's good at something overnight. And in order to do that, to really commit to something, to really give it your all, you have to have passion for it. So when you can find something that you're passionate about, you are more than likely going to be better at that than something that you're not passionate about. So I wholeheartedly agree with this one. I'm going to read it again from Benjamin Disraeli. Man is only great when he acts from passion. And wow, when he acts from passion, okay, that goes even a step further. That has nothing to do necessarily with talent or skill. That's just your behavior and your character too, right? So anytime you can do something with great passion, you're doing it better and you're treating people better and you're being more thoughtful and kind. It's just all around the best way to motivate your actions is through passion. I totally agree with that. That's awesome. What a great thought for the day. So if whatever you do it with great passion today, that's really awesome. Whether it's the way you make eye contact and say hello to somebody that you don't know, or the way you put more effort and more thought and kindness into a meal you're making for somebody, or just even how you're going to treat yourself. Do it with passion. It's way better than if you don't. It makes the world more colorful and bright. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the beautiful scenery, my show and tell, and the little demo. So glad you all could be here. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.